Let's talk lights, like this one and those over there.
I want to see the floating lights.
And the ones above coming down and how to control them. There's lots of different lights. We've got these that are on a tree. There's more over here on a tree. You see these catwalk lights right here. Those are on the catwalk. We've got our first, second, and third electric. Those are above the stage. First electric goes across the front. Second is in the middle, third is in the back. They've got 3 different lights on them each. They've got a source 4, which is the long, narrow ones. Those are the ones that are just regular lights that you can control. Then we've got the round D50s. Then we've got the rectangular vivids. So we've got those 3 different kinds of lights above the stage. All of the tree lights and all of the catwalk lights are source 4s. All are used for different purposes. We've got some lights coming in on the stage for certain things. We've got some lights going down in the pit. We've got the lights above our head, so we get that different lighting for the audience to see. Let me kind of walk through some of them with you and you can see what I'm talking about. Right here you can see the source 4, they're long and narrow. Then you've got the D50s, they're the round LEDs, and then the vivids, which are the rectangular LEDs. And we've got those on all 3 electrics. There's your first electric, second, and third. There you've got all your catwalk lights, and over here you've got all of your tree lights, and you've got another tree over here. Let's get a closer look at those. Here's a better look at the source 4s, and these are the tree lights. We don't need to touch them unless you absolutely have to, if I tell you to, and they shine on the stage and make the stage bright. Now let's go check out the catwalk lights, show you how to adjust lights, and see what it's all about up there. Now that we're on the catwalk, let's talk about these lights. When they're on, they're really hot, so be really careful. They'll burn you really quick.
Would you like some aloe vera? You just got burned.
They've all got a safety cable, so that in case, you decide to do something really stupid or if there's an accident, that should keep it all from falling down onto the audience. We've got our shutters here. You pull those out or push them in side to side to adjust the way the light looks out on the stage. There is an adjustment for the lens to go back and forth that makes the light more focused or less focused. There is an area on the front where you can put different colored gels. The gels are to make the light change colors and everything. We don't have any of those on here. I haven't seen the need for it yet, but that's what that is for. Then you have your adjustments here to move the light side to side, and then you have your adjustment here to move it up and down. And that's how you kind of work the lights up here. I don't want anybody doing that unless they've been approved through me, so don't come up here and mess with lights or I'm going to get a little upset, especially because it's dangerous and we could have people getting hurt, so let's avoid that if we can. But this is the gist of the catwalk. Here's the light board. Nothing's on right now. When you come up, you turn the power on right here, hit that button, and then everything will power up. Okay, now that we're powered on, let's look at the different sliders and what they do. Okay, let's start here. All of these sliders here are from the catwalk at the stage. All of these are everything that's in the audience. Down in the audience, either the pit, the side downs, the coves, the Tivolis, all of that stuff. And then all of these are all the lights that are directly above the stage. Over here, you've got your LEDs. This is the third electric LEDs, Roy G. Biv, in that order. You have to have the power on for that to work. If you have the power up, then you can use the blue and everything. This is second electric, this is first electric. This part of the board is where you either call up specific channels and specific lights, or you can call up specific subgroups, sliders. You can create cues, you can go to specific cues. This is where all of the programming part of it is. There's your blackout button. If you want everything to black out, you hit that and it'll show red that everything is off. That's also what this slider does. If you need to fade out everything gradually, that's what this is. And you see as you slide it down, as soon as it gets to the bottom, it shows that everything's blacked out. These two will black out every single light in the auditorium. This roll wheel If you have a specific channel or group of lights or whatever called up, you can use this to gently or slowly, gradually bring up lights or bring down lights. So if I want to call up channel 23, which is a specific light, I hit 23 and I can hit full, which will be full, and then I hit enter and 23 will turn on completely. Or I can hit 23 at, and then you put in the percentage. If you wanted it 50, hit at 50 and hit enter, and then it'll turn up to 50, that specific channel. If you want to go 50 out, you hit 50 and out, and it'll just immediately turn off. You don't need to hit enter or anything. There's the clear button. If you make any mistakes while you're typing in numbers or anything, you can hit clear and it will show you errors. If you have to, it'll bring up lights and stuff that'll show you if you have an error. Right here, you have your cue buttons. Once you have all of your cues programmed into the computer, you hit go, that'll go to the next one. This is stop and back. If you need to stop in the middle of a cue and go back to another one, you have to hit stop. It'll just stop. If you want to go back, you have to hit it again. Up here, you see this knob. This is to control your submasters or your channels. If you turn it all the way to the top, then it will control channels 1 through 40, 41 through 80, 81 through 120. All of these are your submasters, and you just usually use those. Now let's show you what it looks like when you're actually controlling the board. You can see out here with the lights, if I want the full stage, just the catwalk lights that will light up the full stage, then I bring that slider up, and that's the lights for the full stage. I can do it at 50, I can slide it up gradually. If I want to just hit this button and see where those lights are at, you just push that button, hold it down, then it'll show you what lights those are. If I want stage right, it'll just go stage right, center, left. Then I've got the right and left wings. There's your right wing, there's your left wing. Everything on here is programmed to be the stage view. If I say right wing to you, it's on the left side, but to the performer, it's on the right side, and we always go performance view. Next line, this is everything that's down in the audience. You've got all of your pit lights. There's your whole pit, and then you can split those up right, center, left. Then we have your entry lights. You can't see those, they're directly underneath you. Those are where the audience enters the room. Then you have the house lights. Those are also gradual. You can dim those. Then you have your side downs. Those are on the sides, as you can see. Those are nice for the outside aisles. You have the Tivolis. I don't think you can see those. Those are the lights that go down the side of the aisles down on the floor. And then you've got your cove lights. Those are on or off. Those aren't fadeable. And then this bottom row, you've got everything that's above the stage. So you've got all of your electrics, you can see there, all of them turned on. Then we have first electric, second electric, and third electric. Then we've got all of your LEDs here. Let's turn the power up for all of those. You've got red on the third electric, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, white. And then we've got a white and blue and a blue and white. They alternate lights. It's every other one. And we've got the exact same thing except for the white and blue on the first and second electric. So we've got all of those colors that you can see there, and all of those on first electric as well. You can see all the changing lights. If you want to get crazy, if you're celebrating, somebody gets up there and gets an award and they're cheering or whatever, it's fun just to kind of give them some pizzazz by pushing all of these buttons. Let's say you have specific colors pulled up, like yellow, and you want different colors to flash. See, like that, it didn't show up for second or for first and third. So you have to bring those sliders back down and back up so that you can get the full stage with the color. Kind of a little bit of a glitch, but that's kind of how that works. Let me show you what it looks like on the computer. Okay, you can see that we have the different cues written up. The last one we had was for a pageant. So you see that we've got specific titles on here and podium and everything like that. It alternated. And we have different transition times. That's 1 second for every one. That's kind of what I like to do. Sometimes you want it to be a little slower, but if you're just doing a regular program, 1 second is plenty. So now you see again, I'm gonna hit go on here. We're gonna watch it go to this first cue. I just hit go and it goes to those lights. If I hit podium, it pulls up over there where the podium is. You get the idea. So if you need to program in, you can see that we've got some 10s and 10.5s. You can put in 10.1 in case you need to put like a blackout in between the LE Confident and the podium. If you need to program any other light cues in between those, then you go ahead and name it 10.1, 10.2 if you need to put that many in. Over here, these you see are channels. If you want a specific light, like let's say we're gonna bring up 42.
The answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything is 42.
I'm going to click on 42, and you'll see on my slider I can use this wheel, and that'll bring up that specific light. You can kind of see it over there in the corner when I turn it on. That's that specific light. Let's say I want 36, I think is the light I'm thinking about. That should bring up that square. So I can use this scroll wheel to bring that up and bring that down. Let's hit clear so it's not thinking about that. Now I can hit 36 at full, enter, and that brings that up. If I want it at 25, you don't have to bring up the number again. You just hit at 25 and it reduces down to 25. If you are having issues with the light board and things are acting funny, come over here on the wall, check to make sure all of this is working. If this console button is gray, then that means that the light board should be in control. If it's green like this, then this panel is in control. If you hit back, that takes you to these presets. If you do preset 1, 2, 3, or 4, that preset will be in control, and that changes the lights out on the stage. You can also go back one more time. You can change these, you can slide these up and down if you need some quick control. You can see that that's changing lights out in the audience. So if you're having trouble with the light board, check here, make sure that this is off, and then the light board should be in complete control after that. Now let's talk stage directions. There are specific spots on stage where I want lights to be on or off and pointed and directed. All of them are from the performer's point of view. So if I say stage right, you have to imagine in your head, if you were on stage facing the audience, what direction would that be? That's where you need to point it if you are adjusting lights from the audience view or from the booth view. So let's walk through them really quick so I can show you where each of those are. Let's start with downstage right. It's downstage right here. Up is at the top of the stage, down is down here at the front of the stage. Then you have stage right center, so you're in the middle of the stage but you're on the far right side. Then you are upstage right, that's up here in the corner. Then you have upstage center, center stage, downstage center, downstage left, center left, and upstage left. Then we have left wing and right wing, and finally we have left pit, center pit, right pit. Those are the basic directions of where I want lights to be on. If I request those to be in a specific spot, now you know where I want them. That's lights. If you have any questions about how to control them, what to do with them, how to adjust them, whatever, come and talk to me. I will let you know how to do it, and I can tell you what I need done. Lights are temperamental, they're expensive, please be careful with them, and let's make the stage look good.